wood laid out, or well, we found all the wood we think we're going to need. So we've got most of the frame is going to be 2x4s, and it'll be joined together with plywood, custom plywood joiner. So right now we are basically just going to do all of our 2x4 cuts, and then we actually are going to have to run out and get some glue. Okay, so we got all of our lumber set up
And our puppies.
next to the puppies. The puppies are guarding, one puppy's guarding the 2x4s, one is guarding the plywood. I got my cut list on my laptop over on the table, so we're gonna go ahead and just start cutting. I'm gonna try to get all my 2x4s cut. 50 on the nut. Extra, read all about it. This one's a little longer than we needed. Close enough to 50 that you'll never know the difference. Okay, so I need 2 at 28.3. And we decided the 0.3 is 3/8.
Yeah.
28 and just shy of 3/8. And 7/8. Okay, and that is all of our 11 and 7/8 inch cuts done. That, as they say, is all of our cutting done. So that is all the 2x4s we'll need for this project. Next, we're gonna run to Home Depot. We've got to get some spray glue. I have a template that I have to glue onto this plywood, and then I'll cut it out with my jigsaw. And then once that's done, we'll have to sand everything. I'm gonna sand, and I don't know if I'm gonna paint or stain, but I'm either gonna paint or stain pretty much everything. Still a lot of steps to go though. So like I said, we got to glue the template on here, cut everything out. There's a bunch of holes that got to be drilled. Yeah, stay tuned. Okie dokie. So the wife and I ran to the Home Depot, and we got some contact adhesive and I'm going to use this to stick the template on the plywood. And we also got some 5-inch sanding discs. They're 320, and I'm just going to use them to kind of knock the edges off of all of my 2x4s down there, just to make sure that they're nice and smooth. But for right now, we're going to work on getting the graphic place on the board where we want it, and then we'll work on getting it glued down. Okay, so now we're just going to lay the graphic out flat so we can kind of see where we want. I emailed FedEx the graphic in PDF format, and they were able to print it for me. Okay, so apparently I stopped recording at some point. But either way, okay, so we got one half of the diagram is glued. So now I'm just gonna fold back the other half. And we're basically gonna do the same thing. Apply a ton of glue. Okay, and then we're just going to fold the graph back. Slowly. We'll let that dry. We'll let it dry overnight. And okay, so we got the graphic all glued down. So it is now on the board and glued. I'm gonna let the glue dry for pretty much overnight. I think I'm just gonna call it a night tonight, and then just let this sit and dry. And then tomorrow what I'll do is when I go to cut this out, I have a hand saw, is we'll cut between and leave extra. So we'll just like cut on the outside here like that and leave extra on either side of the actual part. And then I can use the scroll saw to get down into the, right on the line. There we go. Next part done. So we got our 2x4s all cut, and now we got our plywood template set up, and that is it for tonight. Last night we glued down the cut sheet for all of the parts that will be used to assemble the simulator seat, racing seat, I don't know what to call it. So now we're just going to do a rough cut on all of them and try to get them like roughly cut out. Let's do it. Just be my road. So, now that the majority of our cutting is done, let's take a look at what we ended up with. So, this is our little bit of waste. So there's a little bit there, not too much waste. And then this is basically all the parts that need to be cut out. They just need, fine cutting to get a scroll saw, and I cut those out. Cut around all of them. And I really could use a drill press to drill the holes, but well, whatever. So, all right, that is pretty much it for today. I'm gonna sweep up my mess, and then I think I'm gonna call it a day. All right, and that is the garage all cleaned up. Alrighty, welcome back. So when we left off, we had finished cutting out all of our pieces, and these are all the joiners for all of the 2x4s. So that's the main base, and then these will join all the parts together. So we got the rough cuts done using our jigsaw. So we got that done, but as you can see, the edges are disgusting, and on top of that, there is a bunch of extra material. So I ran to Home Depot and bought me a scroll saw. So I got it all unpackaged and set up, and I was able to cut out my first joiner. So this is what the finished almost finished product should look like. The only thing really left, so I've cut out the extra on the outside. I'm gonna have to drill a hole and then cut out the centers of these, and then I need to find drill bits, figure out what size drill bits those are to drill those out. But right now we have a whole ass stack of cutting to do. So I am going to set you guys up on the tripod looking down, and we will get some of this cutting out of the way. All right, so here we go.
After you watch this full feature-length story, be sure you stick around for...
Alrighty, as you can see, we have a nice little pile of scrap. Pretty much all of that is trash. There might be a couple pieces like that one that might still be usable, but for the most part, it's all trash. And we have all of our parts cut out and ready to go. There's still quite a bit of cutting I need to do. I've got to cut all these little center sections out and drill all these holes. So there's still quite a bit to be done, but so at least all cut out. I am just a mess. I don't know how much you can see, but horrible. So, yeah, new saw, new scroll saw. Love it. Works great. So it's a little bit on the expensive side, but works really well. So that's all that matters. So I think over the course of this week, I'm probably gonna slowly work on getting these drilled and getting all these little things cut out. And I'll video that, of course. And then hopefully sometime this week we can start on sanding. I need to sand all of the corners, all the edges and corners and everything all need to be sanded. The sides need to be sanded. all of that needs to be sanded, and then it all basically needs to be stained. So still quite a bit of work to be done, but so far so good. Alrighty, I am done for the night, so I'm gonna wrap it up. Beautifulness. It's gonna take a minute and sweep up. Okay, a little bit of sweeping up done. Okay, so next what we're gonna have to do is I've got to figure out how to get the blade to release so that I can pull it up through the wood. Okie dokie, I think we're ready. So we're gonna give this a go and see how it works. Okay. Well, it works. Didn't come out too bad, I guess. Not too shabby. Not great. Not too shabby. That one actually came out a lot better. I'm starting to get better with turns. phone decided to die, but we made quite a bit of progress on getting. Let's take a look real quick. So we've got these two are done, and then basically most of this stack is done. All of these. These are going to be a problem because these outer ones, the board is so long that it hits the back of this, so I don't know how I'm going to cut those out yet. They don't have to be cut out, they're just for looks, but you know, I kind of want to get them cut out. But anyway, we still got these four all still have things to be cut out, so we're going to work on that now. So I'm going to set you guys up. I'm going to turn the TV on, and we're going to get to cutting. All right, here we go. Alrighty, I believe we are done with our cutting. So we've got almost all of this cut out. Like I was saying earlier, these two, I don't think I'm going to be able to cut out all of these, just simply because of how long they are. They're a little bit too long for the saw to handle, so not quite sure how I'm going to address that yet. These are all cut out and ready to go. I forgot about the center section, but not really required. And these guys are all ready to go. All cut. And these guys. And then that guy's ready. I just finished cutting these four here. So we got 1, 2, and 4. All four are cut and ready to go. So, oh, and also these two guys here are cut and ready to go, except for that center section, which I don't really care. But, okay, so that's pretty much it for tonight, I think. I'm gonna do a little bit of cleanup on get my mess cleaned up here a little bit, get my pile organized a little better. And then tomorrow we will probably start working on sanding everything. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.